Good morning. It's now day 8 today, and I'm feeling great. I had a great night of sleep. Feel totally on it, to be honest, because now obviously I'm still in the van. You can see it's 9 o'clock in the morning, so we had a nice long night of sleep, and I've just repacked my bag. So I've got the two-person tent in it and everything that I need basically. And I've got it down, including water and food, to 14 kilos, which I am so pleased with, because I've probably got like 2.5 kilos of water in it. So it means that my pack's probably about 7 kilos without the food and the water, which is just amazing to me that I've got it so light. So I feel really, really happy with that and quite prepared. So we're now going to go. Paul's going to join me for the first hour and a half, and then he's going to turn around and come back again so we can go home. He's kindly offered to carry my pack for the first hour and a half, which is really sweet because it's very steep uphill for the first part, probably the whole hour and a half I imagine. So that's going to save my legs and my back a little bit and give me a little bit of a break while I'm walking. So we've got cows, we've got sheep. There's my lovely pack, which is a bit heavier than before, but not too bad. So in the background there's Malham Cove, which we're climbing up the side of apparently. It's quite a stunning light. It was quite misty earlier, but now it's all clearing. Sun's coming out a bit. There's a dog down there, so I think all the sheep are shouting at the dog. So I'm trying out new navigation technique. I've decided after much consideration to leave the Garmin eTrex in the van and just use my phone for navigation for the next section, which is basically the OS map app on my phone. Mainly it's a weight issue from changing the batteries, also finding the batteries, and it just seems to have a lot of error messages on it at the moment. Sometimes the GPS didn't seem to connect very well compared to the phone, so I thought I'd just leave it, see what happens. Fingers crossed it's going to be all right. Loads of steps on this bit. They just get up and up and up and up. I feel like a spring lamb this morning though. I'm just sort of leaping up. Paul's carrying the pack obviously, so it's going steadily. He gets his freedom later when he gets to trot back down. So the glacier, Malham Cove was created by glaciers. A bit of information about it here. So the farmers over here are driving the sheep, obviously taking them off the mountain. You can see there's sheepdogs rounding them up, running around the edges. Farmer's on his quad bike down there. So we've almost made it to the top of the hill. So every 2 minutes there's an amazing view. There's a signpost at the top. We have to sort of double back to the right to continue. So we've just caught sight of Malham Tarn. That's the water down there. Which sadly means that Paul's going to go home now. So he's taken the pack off. He's now liberated. How does it feel? Yeah, he's had a few steep hills. Saved my back and knees anyway. So
yeah, it's a shame to be going back, but it's been an amazing 7 days.
Yeah.
I want to come back and do the rest of that.
Yeah, this bit's so pretty as well, isn't it? So So yeah, here's the pack. Abandoned. Oh, bye. Take care. So Paul's off. We're not going to see each other for 2 weeks now. Got masses of cattle down there. There he goes. Look how fast he's going now. He hasn't got his pack on. He's striding it out. Alright, I've got quite a bit of mileage to do today. So I go down to the tarn. And then I've got to do a bit more steep bit, I think. Pack feels really heavy now. I've had no pack on for a bit. I suppose I'll get used to it though. I have to try and stop and eat some of it. This is Malham Visitor Centre that I've just reached. It's just on the north side of the tarn. You can actually see the tarn if I look over here in the background. We're walking through this lovely wooded area. It's actually nice to get a bit of shade. It's gone hot again today. This little piece being carved out of the rock here for the road. So I left the tarn behind, took this path that leads back up into the mountains again basically. So I've just been doing a kind of gentle incline through the sheep. It's quite easy to walk on this ground. It's nice and firm, flat, steady under your foot. You can see where you're walking. Actually feels a little bit weird right now walking on my own after walking a whole week with Paul. I have to get used to being on my own again. It's very silent, obviously apart from the sheep, you know, but it's different walking on your own. It's not bad. It's just gives you time to kind of reflect on things more, I think, because you don't have the conversation, you're not sharing your thoughts with somebody else, you're just thinking them. So I guess it's going to take me a day or so to get used to, you know, I've got the one person tent, so the whole, you know, getting to camp thing is different as well. It takes a little bit of adjustment, but because I did the Offa's Dyke with the same equipment before, it should be quite natural to get back into it. Things haven't changed too much. I'd like to do a bit of a show and tell with my gear later, because I have left a lot of things behind compared to on the Offa's Dyke where I was a bit too loaded up. Whew, pack feels heavy now, but I've actually got quite a bit of food with me. Food's the heaviest thing actually. Then it's the water, and I've been just really very careful about what gear I'm bringing. So in terms of clothes, a little bit more careful weighing things like my t-shirts. So I had a long sleeve top and a jumper, so I decided to just bring the fleece with me instead of the long sleeve t-shirt, or instead of both, should I say. Checking out the weather forecast this morning, it looked like we're getting a few kind of warm days, but then afterwards it's going to cool down rather a lot. So I packed in a silk liner for my sleeping bag just to make sure I'm not cold at night. I can't believe I'm going to need it, to be honest, but it doesn't weigh too much. And like I say, I've been really minimal on everything else, so if you need it, don't you? And it does get suddenly cold in the mountains if the wind picks up and the sun goes in. As I found out before, I suddenly needed to put my woolly hat and just every bit of gear that I had on. But yeah, I'm making good progress today. I'm going to try to get to Horton on Ribblesdale, I think it's called. So that's the aim. Basically, if I don't get there, I'm going to have to wild camp somewhere. So I'm just going to keep walking, make as much progress as I can while I'm feeling good, and check it out in a few hours to see where I'm going to make it to. So I've just stopped near shake holes on the map. I'll show you the map in a minute. Oh, it's pretty hard going. This hill is quite steep and my pack feels really heavy, so I just stopped for a bit of flapjack. Just met this nice young guy. He's come out day hiking from London, just do a little day of Pennine Way, and then he's going to get the train back. Headed to the same place, but he's going about 3 times as fast as me. He's only got a tiny rucksack. So other than him, I haven't actually seen anybody. Just me now. Got rid of the tourists at Malham town ages ago. So just this kind of landscape with a few sheep, some thistles. Not much else really. Got to go up that hill behind me. Yeah, I'm going to have a look over the page now and just see what the landscape looks like. Just get my breath back and then carry on. Alright, so let me show you what's going on today. Okay, so at the bottom of this page here, it's a little bit thin now. Where are we? Yes, there's Malham is there. So followed it up. There's the tarn. Went round. Well, this is where Paul had to go home, about there. I carried on, went round the tarn, up here. Oh, sorry, the wind, it keeps blowing my page. So, followed this one up here, and I reckon it must be around this area, more or less. So I've got quite steep up, keep going up here. Then it goes down in this section. Get a little bit of down, and then there's this bit in the middle, and then I go up Pennine. So here's Pennine. Go up to the peak of Pennine. So that's going to be a big climb for me. And then basically it's downhill all the way to Horton in Ribblesdale. I do apologise about me getting the names of the places wrong all the time. I'm just not very good at remembering them actually. I look in the morning or in the evening before and then it just goes out of my head. So sorry about that. Yeah, so I don't have any reception at the moment, so I can't book campsites or anything. The other idea is to wild camp somewhere. I don't know. See, around here. I'd quite like to have another night in a campsite though. I feel like that would do me good, just to catch up and sleep a bit and have a bit of security. I can tackle the wild camping on my own later. I've never actually done it on my own, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking for me. Alright, it's getting windy, so I'm going to put this away and carry on. It's pretty remote out here, quite high up. There's nobody else. So there we're going. This bit's starting to get very steep. Whew. So I've got to go up here and then it's very steep down and then I do Pennine. So I made it up the top of the second climb of the day. There's a very nice looking cairn or trig point here. It's just amazing views today. Love it. It's all very slaty. over there is Pennine. So we have to go down, 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 down to the left of it, and then up, 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 and then down, 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 down. And that's basically this afternoon's walk. It's doing okay for time. It's 1:45 now, so it's not that early, but it's very pleasant walking. It's very peaceful. Not much wind. Weather forecast said there might be a shower today or two, but at the moment there doesn't look anything threatening around. It's all just sort of little fluffy clouds. So it's pretty good. Feel very lucky with the weather actually. So I've got to cross this flat bit, going down this steep bit now, crossing the flat bit in the middle, and then I've got to go up that hill, the Pennine one, down the other side. Hopefully I can find a campsite. So I just found this little stream, very little stream. Thought I'd stock up with water a bit, so I've just got my water filter, my mini soil filter here. So I just filled up my bottle and drank about, I don't know, half a litre or something to stock up. It's pretty hot today, so I'm a bit aware that I'm trying not to carry too much water, so I thought I'll just drink as much as I want to drink here, as much as I can drink, and just carry like a litre with me, and then there'll probably be somewhere else I can top up, but if I've had a couple of litres during the day anyway, I'm all good really, aren't I? There's a helicopter over there. I don't know what it's doing, whether it's sort of training. It's flying very low to the ground, and it looks like it's got a water carrier underneath it. I'll swap the camera around and you can see. So it's just sort of by the trees at the bottom there. And it keeps stopping and then flying up in the air again, and then coming down again. There's Pennine, just getting slightly closer, but still seems a bit daunting actually. It just looks so massive, and I've got to be on the top of that before I finish the day, and it's now 2:20 already. I can't believe where the time's going. It just seems to have whizzed by today. I've been trying to call a campsite for tonight, but there's no reception here, so I can't get through. So just going to have to kind of see how it goes, I think. So the helicopter's picking up the aggregate and bringing it to Pennine apparently. They're changing the buckets, so they fill up this big bucket and then the helicopter comes back and they change the buckets, and it picks another one up full of slabs and boulders and things and takes it. So hot that the road's melting. You can see little kind of melted spots in it. I'm going to walk down the road a little bit, and then on the right there's going to be a path soon. Welcome to the foothills of Pennine. So I've just been walking up a track, already a slight incline. That looks well steep up there. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous about it. It's the summit is 1 mile from here. I know that because it says on this sign here, and because I looked at the OS map as well. So 1 mile of climbing up a mountain. I wonder how long that's going to take. It's now 17 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. So I'm going to walk up and then I'll show you when I get to the top. That's the other mountain I climbed over.
Oh, brilliant. Can I borrow your 15 cents, please?
Okay, so not too bad. It took me 40 minutes to get to the summit. That's okay, isn't it? It's a mile. It's really quite a scramble up there. There's loads of people at the top doing the 3 peaks. That sounds like hard work. My downhill looks alright. So now it's just down into Horton and Ribblesdale. Still got no phone reception, so trying to get a campsite might be interesting. I'll see what happens. So I've got a really good pace going. This is pretty easy terrain to walk on, very well maintained paths, and now that I'm not going down giant steps or climbing up giant steps, it's actually pretty easy walking. There's a lot of people around, out for walks and I suppose generally on holiday, but I feel in good shape. My feet feel good, my legs feel good. Probably done about 14 miles now. Must be about 3 kilometres from Horton and Ribblesdale, so a couple of miles or something. Still haven't got a booking for the campsite, but not too worried, it's not that late. It's 4:45, so I should get there in the next, I don't know, 3/4 of an hour perhaps. There'll probably still be somebody there and I'll have a space, I'm sure. And if not, then I'll come to that at that moment. And there'll be something that will happen that will sort me out, no doubt. So I haven't been posting very much, mainly because it's been a bit windy, and it's pretty hard to be heard because the wind goes in the microphone, of course. But also, the scenery doesn't change that much when you're that high because you see the same things. It's just gorgeous though, it's really spectacular landscape, amazing views. It's been a great day, so I'm pretty happy about it all. You can see that's what I climbed in the background. So I kind of did 3 mountains today, which is quite, I did my own version of 3 peaks, you know. They're probably not quite as peaky as the other ones, but it is what it is. Been following this track for ages. It seems like it's going on and on and on. It's actually making my feet quite sore because it's quite full of rocks, so it's constantly kind of pounding on your feet. My feet are getting pretty tired, I can tell you. The map keeps telling me that we're just around the corner, but I still can't see anything that resembles a village. Hopefully we'll be there soon. So I've got sight of the houses of Horton and Ribblesdale. Almost there, so we just have to try and find the campsite now.